Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea, and I'm here to do your 2026 year ahead tarot forecast for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. It's where we explore key themes, energies, major turning points that are unfolding for you, and it is intuitive spiritual guidance. I say what comes to me. So we're going to go through the energies month by month. Let's start with January. What do we have for Gemini? Very nice energy. We have the Four of Wands, Gemini, to start your reading. February, we have the Queen of Swords, can be you, male or female, in a general reading. We have the Wheel of Fortune in March. King of Cups in April. The Knight of Swords in May. And we have the Hierophant in June. July for you, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Six of Wands, very empowered, we have in August. Page of Wands, September. October, we have the Nine of Wands. Ten of Swords, November period. And we have the beautiful, always nice to see an ace in a reading. We have the Ace of Cups. So let's get the cards in order and go through them one by one for you. All right, Gemini, let's start with January. Four of Wands can be linked with home, family, relationship. So it can represent the importance of maybe moving a relationship forward. It's very positive in terms of buying a home, celebrations to do with the home or the relationship. So engagements, proposals, celebratory events to do with relationship, home, family. It's a lovely energy, the Four of Wands, of celebration. There can also be a feeling with the Four of Wands of achieving a level of stability for you, your home, your family, your relationship, whether it's emotional, practical, can be other factors at play like financial as well, but really feeling that sense of stability in January in your life. Or surrounding yourself by people who bring you stability, rootedness. This is that sense of people who are in our, inner circle, people who are, give us that sense of foundation. This is that scenario here. Very celebratory, like I said here, Gemini. Can also be linked with purchasing a new home or property. Things to do with property as well may well be a focus for you. So the 1111 card can also be to do with a spiritual energy as well. It can represent that you might be receiving signs, powerful signs, guiding you in some way. Some of you might be at that point where you need to be reminded that you're connected to someone from the other side. This can be when we are given signs from people from the other side. You might even be seeing the number 1111 frequently in the month of January as a sign. Now, signs can be general, like white feathers in the garden, birds, especially doves, robins in particular, but not limited to that. Generally, when people from the other side reach out, they'll reach out in a way that is specific to you and them, something that reminds you of them, and that can be unique. So however that manifests for you, it's very spiritual energy as well. But again, just it can be celebratory events, reasons to celebrate as well, reasons to feel that sense of new stability, reasons to connect with those who are important to you, even moving relationships forward to a next level. Again, celebratory announcements would be linked with this card as well. So just very positive indeed. I love seeing your energy in the reading in February because Queen of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male or female. It's always empowering, certainly when you see your own air energy in your reading. So this can be somebody who is, in February, getting to the very heart of the matter. If you need clarity in a situation, you're getting that. Now, we can get clarity to set healthy boundaries. We can get clarity in terms of how to deal with an important situation. How do I approach it? What do I need to do? Some of you might be having really important communication and you want to get it right. So this can be that scenario of here. You're absolutely in the zone to do that. It can be about making important decisions as well with the Queen of Swords, but being truthful to you as well. So this can be the best possible decision for you because this is the Queen of Swords connecting to her authentic self. Queen of Swords is not afraid to cut cords with things that don't serve our highest good, but it's not limited to that. There are levels to this with the Queen of Swords. She's very fair. She sees the cold truth. So there could well be clarity on a situation or seeing the truth of a situation and then knowing what's right for you to do. You need to trust your own counsel. The fundamental energy in February is you know what's best for you. What you're seeing is the truth of the situation and you know what you need to do. So this is about trusting your own counsel. You know what to do, what is right for you, regardless of what maybe other people will tell you. You are in a position of power. By Spirit letting you see real clarity to do with your circumstances, and you have the ability and know how to respond, react, decide what's right for you here in this scenario. Can be very fair, the Queen of Swords. She's a very fair energy. But also very truthful. So this is that scenario here, again, male or female, but you're in a really powerful position come February period. And like I said, you know what's best for you, even if it's establishing things like healthy boundaries within your own life, within your own energy or lifestyle. It can be with others as well. This is somebody who will make the best possible decision for them. So that is what I have for you here, Gemini, in February time. We move on to March, though. It's a big energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is very positive in terms of change, turning points, that transmutable energy between endings and beginnings. So some of you might be experiencing in a particular life area that change, opportunity to really, for things to go in your favor, for really to turn around. And it can be in any life area with the Wheel of Fortune. It's particularly strong in money areas, but it's not limited to that. It's divine influence in all areas of life, really. So this is Spirit really helping you. Spirit always does, but you might notice it. You might be more aware. You might be more aware of it in the month of March, because it's when sometimes events unfold and we say, wow, that's a coincidence that this happened and then that happened and then it led me here. This can be that flavor of what happens with the Wheel of Fortune. Or it's strange, this person, I've not spoken to them for a while and they're just coming back into my life. This can be that sense of divine timing and orchestration is at play in your life. Obstacles being removed. Things just feeling like they're flowing forward easier. Opportunities to turn things around as well, whether it's personal, professional, life areas. You're being assisted in some way here. This can be the scenario here, and it also gives us an opportunity here to close off cycles, open new ones as well. Close off cycles that need closing. Again, open new ones that you're ready for. So it gives you the opportunity to do that as well. I always describe it as a kind of chain of events that unfold that are very fortunate for you. Now, I also want to say the Wheel of Fortune is extremely positive in terms of windfalls as well. So you might just be very lucky in terms of a windfall as well in the month of March. It can represent whatever you are applying yourself to, whatever you are focusing on. You might be very lucky as well in terms of how things work out for you in the month of March. An element of divine timing, orchestration, right time, right place scenario, connecting to the right person, people, even reconnecting to somebody that you've known before and not seen for a while. All of these things seem like coincidence, but they're not, they're the hand of God, Spirit, the universe. So this is the energy here, Gemini. The Wheel of Fortune, good luck, good fortune. Divine timing and orchestration is very clearly at work in your life, and you might feel that in March time. We have in April the King of Cups. This person can be significant for you. Can be your own energy, but can also be somebody who you might be connecting to. King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but not limited to that. This is somebody who is in touch with their emotions and feelings, heart-centered, kind, compassionate, caring, male or female with this energy. This is somebody who may well be offering love, maybe offering support to you, advice to you, caring for you, maybe a love connection in some way, maybe a focus for you in the month of April. I mean, ultimately, you then decide what you do here, but this King of Cups feels like very relevant, very much of a big focus if it's a person in the month of April time. So whether it's a love interest, certainly with the Wheel of Fortune, could be someone coming back into your life as well, or reconnecting to someone. And if that was the energy here, again, the message would be here, if it's someone in your current circumstances, these energies can be an opportunity to turn something around. If someone was coming back into your life, this is that scenario of, between these two cards, you can either give someone another chance, or you close off one cycle and move in a different direction. So that's what those two energies would feel like together, certainly from a heart-centered point of view, turning points or closing off cycles. And I always say that with this energy, we have an opportunity for a second chance, or we find closure. Sometimes people come into our lives not to start something up again, but if there was energy hanging out in the ether where you didn't get closure in a situation, it gives you an opportunity to get that as well. So both of these energies side by side can sometimes represent that too. Second chances or finding final closure would be the energy here too. The energy of the King of Cups, someone might be just offering you support, help, when you need it as well. This person seems significant again as a person. So this just feels somebody who is very heart-centered, connected to your heart, can offer love, apologies, heartfelt gesture, but it can also be support. Someone who you lean on in times of difficulty. You might be supporting this person. You might be giving your energy to this person because they matter to you. Can be a parent, a sibling, an extremely close friend as well. Doesn't have to be romantic with the King of Cups. This is the energy here, Gemini. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords in May represents important communication. And because it's coming out as your overarching energy, it feels significant, whether it's conversations, communication coming in that's really meaningful, information coming in that you need. So this can be that kind of scenario as well. But what it does here, Gemini, whatever that situation is, personal, professional, life area, it is clarifying the way forward for you. So this is really positive on that basis. If you are trying to figure out which way to go in May and you're thinking, I'm a little bit unsure, it can be about getting the information that you need, having a conversation, embracing that communication energy here to clarify the way forward as well. So for those of you who aren't sure, it might well be about talking things through a little bit more or getting a little bit more information to really make your mind up in terms of how you're moving forward decisively in a situation as well. The Knights bring change. So there's a power of change here with the Knight of Swords in terms of clarity in the direction that you're going as well. But communication is really powerful here. Communication, information, conversations are significant. Here's what I see for you. Gemini, we have the Hierophant in June. So the Hierophant can be a very hierarchical energy. You can see there is someone who is likely more knowledgeable in a position of power, who is higher than the people who are kneeling before the Hierophant. So this can represent, on some level, you might be guiding somebody, you might be helping somebody, you might be, through your knowledge and experience, showing someone the way. Can be a significant energy of that basis. It can also represent moving into a more powerful position. So for those of you who are striving for that, again, the Hierophant can be about being elevated into a more powerful position in your life, however that would manifest for you. So it's a very powerful energy in terms of hierarchy. The energy of the Hierophant is also linked to very spiritual energy, God, Spirit, the universe, touching your world. Can be working through people to bring you guidance, advice, support. A holy person, a mentor, a teacher. This can be where if you need help, if you need guidance, again, it could come off the back of this Knight of Swords. I need to get clarity on how I need to move forward. Maybe someone can give me a little bit of advice here. This can be the Hierophant in terms of a mentor, a teacher, learned person, a spiritual person. This is somebody whose spirit would use to guide you, to talk to you, to instruct you in some way, would be the energy here of the Hierophant. Higher power at work can be linked with answered prayers. Sometimes we just have to have faith, lean on our faith. It can be a period of discovering our faith, renewing our faith as well with the Hierophant. But it can be linked with answered prayers, a higher power at work. And Gemini, the Hierophant, for you, you might also be dealing with what would feel like a traditional institution with the Hierophant. It represents the next traditional step or traditional institutions. So areas of marriage, long-term committed relationships, deepening a commitment or relationship, renewing one, again, the cards on the table. You're either embracing change and moving to the next level in relationships, or you could be giving someone an opportunity to turn things around. This can also be about having faith, but it links to a traditional institution, marriage, long-term committed relationships, family dynamics. So very powerful with the Hierophant. On a wider level, in traditional institutions, religion being important, establishments, educational establishments. So some of you might be exploring educational fields, whether it's to do with jobs, business, or whether it's to do with something that's a vocation or wanting to develop yourself more. This is the scenario here. Similar would be legal institutions, government institutions, health institutions, and so on. So it might well be relevant for you here that you are connecting to a traditional institution. It might be a focus to you, or you are deepening. Certainly it gives you an opportunity to deepen your commitment to a traditional path. Would be the Hierophant. It's a very big card, as are all the major arcana. So they can have big meanings in our life, but like I said, Gemini, you might just be experiencing that for the month of June. But very spiritual, very positive in terms of higher power at work, having faith, asking for help should you need it, because there could be the potential of answered prayers here too. So this is that scenario here. We have a really exciting energy in July we have the Page of Pentacles. This too, Gemini, again, taking the Hierophant in June. In July, the Page of Pentacles can represent learning something new, very positive in terms of skills development, education, qualifications, learning a new trade, getting new training, internships, apprenticeships, beginning something new. Even you might be starting something new yourself, or going into a field, So this is that scenario here where you have an opportunity here to cultivate the new in some way for yourself, but it can be linked to things like skills, education, qualifications, training, learning, beginning on something. This is very powerful with the Page of Pentacles. And like I said, this can be just deciding that you want to start something new yourself, whether it's to do with a little business, a project, an initiative. It represents, if you are doing that here, Gemini, it is the start of something that could really grow into something with the Page of Pentacles. And why do I say that? Because it is, the Page of Pentacles doesn't have all the answers. They know that they're going to have to learn. But what they've done, they've made some really good decisions. They've ploughed a field, which you can see in the distance. They've chosen a spot that is protected by, you can see the mountains and the trees. There is good weather because we have the yellow energy of the sky. And you can see all around the ground that they've chosen is fertile ground. So it represents that there is real potential to cultivate something new. Now, yes, this is very positive in terms of money, business, initiatives, projects, learning, skills development, qualifications that will maybe set you on a path of growth, even have that impact in terms of your financial growth eventually. But this can also be cultivating something that is solid and stable and secure, and figuring out what you need to do. So it's very positive to do with any life area that is bringing you stability and security. It can be emotional, giving something a go, seeing where it leads, but very positive in terms of what brings us stability, money, career, financial aspects, education, skills development, training, learning something new. Very positive in terms of things like property as well. This can be that scenario here. Page of Pentacles, the pages can also be news. So pages can bring messages. So the Page of Pentacles is generally very good news. It can be linked with those areas that I've described. Very positive news that you might be ready for, waiting for. And if there's something that you are having a conversation on and you're hoping and praying, in June, this can be very positive news on that basis. They're not limited to being linked, the cards, but like I said, if you're waiting for some very positive news to come in, this can just be very positive on that basis. Gemini, because right after July, in August, we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is victory, triumph, success, achievement, recognition, getting noticed, promotions, overcoming something, claiming victory over it. So, from a business, money, whether it's official, whether it's career, this is, you're winning. There's victory. You're feeling empowered in August. You're feeling that you've overcome something and you're winning through. So it's very positive in terms of getting greater recognition. Now, the Six of Wands does lend itself to things like promotions, advancement to do with career, but it can also be representative of getting noticed for what you do. If you have been competing for an accolade or an award or funding or however that would be for you, this is that scenario of you win, you're winning. So it's not limited to just promotions and jobs and, achievement. It can be victory certainly if you're going through some process, this can also be a very positive victory on that basis. Now, Gemini, the Six of Wands, is also one of the marriage cards. So, again, when we talk about the Hierophant and now we have the Six of Wands, this can be very positive in terms of being ready to move forward on something. There's celebration to be had. Really positive on that basis. If you've had fallouts, disagreements, challenges, or conflict of any kind that you've been dealing with, the August period is when you overcome them. Now, we can overcome issues with a party, a place, a situation, people, however that manifests for you. This is a card of you're putting it behind you and claiming victory over that. So you find a way to move on from it, whether you move on fully, and don't look back, or whether you find a way to overcome something and be clear in terms of how you're moving forward. It's a real achievement with the Six of Wands. So it's a big card, the Six of Wands, and it's very empowering. We feel that, we're in that energy where we just feel, oh, bring it on, because I've overcome something here and I feel good about it and I'm ready for anything, This is that energy that you feel with the Six of Wands. It's fire energy. You're all fired up. In September, we have the Page of Wands. You have a lot of Wands energy here in the last half of the year, and Wands energy is very exciting. It's empowered, it's creative, it's passionate, it's driven, it's confident. And it might well be that's the energy that you're feeling. You're feeling that drive, assertive. There's purpose in your words. There's purpose in your movement. This can be that energy here for you. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is also very positive news. So Gemini, if you're waiting for some good news to come in September period, you're absolutely getting it. This can be exciting news, positive news. If you're looking for the new to open up, this is a very positive sign of a new beginning is opening up for you. Now, it can be about starting something as well, the Page of Wands. So these energies can be here. You find a way to overcome something and start something. I mean, they're not necessarily linked, but they can be. If there are things to overcome, sometimes there are little admin, bureaucracy, red tape. You understand what I'm saying? So if there are things to overcome that you need to overcome before you start something, this would be that go ahead. It's happening, it's on. That door is opening and you're just ready for it. You're ready to go on that new journey of discovery. This is that scenario with the Page of Wands. I'm ready to see where this leads. So like I said, they're not necessarily limited to the previous months, but it can be. Powerful new beginning, the Page of Wands as well. So you could be starting, it can be about starting on a new journey in life, seeing where it leads, being ready. It can be an area of life. But starting on a path that really promises growth and potential, and it has your interest. You feel drawn to it. You feel that sense of purpose behind it, and you see the potential. It can be about creativity, passion. So really putting your creative energy into something. But it can also be very positive in terms of passion to do with connections, being ready to move through a new door, next level door, renewed door, however that manifests for you, with certainly more romantic and passionate energies will be the case here. Page of Wands can just be a really exciting energy here, Gemini. So I think that there is something opening up for you and you're just ready to see where that leads. And the pages, they require learning, but you want to see where it leads. You're ready to take action. You're ready to plant that seed, the Wand energy, and see what it grows into. Let's just give it a go. Let's give it a try, whether it's personal, professional, life area. This is something new and exciting that is opening up for you in September period. We have the Nine of Wands here, which can be a little bit testing here, Gemini. The Nine of Wands can be when we have persevered on a path. We've come so far. I mean, this person actually doesn't realise how far they've come because they're tired, they're fed up, they've been a little bit wounded. You can see the headband. It's the wounded warrior, somebody who has battled on and they've amassed 9 wands. 10 would be a completion. So this is that scenario here, Gemini, where you might have been just battling on in a scenario and you're just thinking, oh, I don't know if I can go on. I just want to give up. I just want to, throw the towel in. But the message with the 9 of Wands in October period is you're so close. You're actually one final step away and then that's it. The 10 of Wands being the final step. So this just feels here, Gemini, that you might be tested. It can be an experience directly linked with you. It can also be, if you're helping other people out and you're feeling tired and you're feeling that you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and you just want to get to the end of something and you're persevering. So however this manifests for you, you are stronger than you think. And this is about really drawing on that warrior energy to see you through the final step because it is coming and it is close. And that will be the end of this testing process. It will complete. So this is that scenario where you might be just persevering on something here, Gemini. And this is that kind of final burst of energy, the final remnants of energy that you need to get you to the end of something and you can release from it, is what I'm seeing for you here. One final step, one final obstacle, one final push. It's the dark night of the soul energy. I mean, both of these cards can be with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. But it's always darkest before the dawn, and you are being told even the card afterward, the dawn will rise. So certainly between these two energies, if you're persevering on something and trying to bring an end to something, we do have a 10 here in November. The 10 of Swords is end of a painful experience, painful endings. Sometimes we feel betrayed, stabbed in the back, deeply wounded, deeply hurt. Again, whichever life area this is, it can be official, personal, life area. It can be to do with health as well, whether it's to do with you or someone who you care about. But you're being told this will end, and it feels like the final step looks like it's ending, and the dawn is rising in the distance. So, yeah, this is the scenario here of you're just feeling that sense of, oh, one final push, I can do it. Well, you can do it, whatever that experience is, and it does complete by November, and I'm feeling that quite strongly for you. The 10 of Swords is an end. Now, it can mean it's not an easy energy, the 10 of Swords. It can be to do with endings, loss, like I said, being betrayed, stabbed in the back, scapegoated, deeply wounded, persecution, mental stress and anxiety. This is the scenario here. It ends. It can also be a process that you're going through, like I said, whether it's official, whether it's health areas, whether you're battling through something, in another life area. This is, it does end in November period, and the dawn does rise. The wording between these two cards, in the traditional meanings of the cards, are so interlinked. I feel that these two cards are very powerfully connected because one final step and then we have an ending here. So it just feels that sense of, yeah, it ends. You're done. You can release from it. You can surrender it. And just as something ends with the 10 of Swords, a completion, there is certainty that the new does come into your life. Just like the night is followed by the day, this is the scenario of the 10 of Swords. It too will pass, and it does feel like it ends very positively for you, and you can surrender it and let it go. We can also sometimes have a bit of a testing energy with the 9 of Wands of Sometimes we deal with a place, a person, a situation, and we think, okay, we've got past an issue. And then they go and do something. And then they do it again. And we get past it. And then they do it again. Whether it's people, place, situation, groups, however this manifests for you, this might well be where you're just saying, I'm done with it. This is ending because there's been deep wounds here and you're not exposing yourself to being vulnerable anymore. You're not going to keep on trying. So this can be a very powerful combination on that basis as well. That some of you might be seeing the light in a situation and understanding what you need to do to bring that new light into your life. You have to draw a line in the sand. These energies can also apply here, Gemini, too. But I do like this Gemini energy, the Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. And I'm saying that, Gemini, because I think whatever this Ten of Swords is, it brings full clarity to your situation. And even though that there is an ending here of any kind, there is the new light coming in, and I think that you're ready for it after what's gone before. And I think that you are, because by the time December comes, we have new joy, new happiness, emotional renewal and rebirth, self-love, the heart opening up to a new beginning. So this is beautiful energy. It's almost like you're finding peace. You're finding that sense of new joy within yourself. You're opening to a path of love, self-love. So this can be you on your own. The Ace of Cups can also represent new, next level love, renewed love as well with the Ace of Cups. And again, that can be to do with romance, but it's not limited to that. It can be to do with family, friendships, and so on and so forth too, our soul connection. So this can be powerful for you. The Ace of Cups for me as a reader is also linked with new bonds. So there could well be a new friendship. It can represent new pets. So very positive on that basis. Lovely to see an ace in a reading, because I always say that aces are real evidence of how spirit touches our world, directly touches our world, directly helps open up a new beginning and opens up your heart to a new beginning as well. So this is the energy here. The Ace of Cups is also very creative. And if it's not to do with love matters, I think certainly this is a period of self-love for you. But if it's not to do with love matters, you might be letting your creative side up and out in the sense of, you might be just opening up to expressing yourself. That could well be a YouTube channel, for example, a creator. It could well be to do with arts, entertainment, culture, media, writing, publishing, sculpting, being an artist. You understand what I'm saying? Crafts. So there could well be, amateur dramatics. So there's levels to this, but it's doing what brings you joy. It's allowing yourself to be doing something that you really get an emotional buzz out of as well, that brings you fulfillment in what you do. This can be very creative on that basis here, Gemini, too. But you're being shown love by God, Spirit, the universe, This is that sign, and this is Spirit telling you it's your time for your cup to be filled again. Lovely, lovely energy. And it's a lovely way to finish off your reading for 2026, Gemini. So I'm going to pull some I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Let's start with your Archangel Michael message. What do we have for our lovely Geminis? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. Message for Gemini, thank you, for 2026. When I was talking about purpose and discovering purpose in your life and even greater purpose, I think this is the year for it. We have, this is your life's purpose. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. The cards can represent one avenue here, but it could also represent multiple, 2 or more for some of you this year, certainly in terms of career and projects and initiatives. Some of you might well be, advancing in terms of your current career and decide to start something yourself as well this year. This can grow into something. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Gemini? Let's pull you a fortune message. We have flowers, number 11. Be generous, success, emotion. Be generous, success, and emotional fulfillment are yours. The flower is a blossoming energy. Let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull you a spirit animal oracle message here, Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear from Spirit? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides. What does Spirit want Gemini to know for Gemini's 2026 year ahead tarot reading? What do we need to know? Yeah, we have Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. The symbol of the wolf may well be prominent for you. You could be seeing that as a sign, an image, an icon, just as a gentle reminder from Spirit throughout 2026. Yeah. Spirit animal messages, the message can be important, but so can the animal itself, the visual of the animal too, as a sign. All right, and we're going to finish off, Gemini, by pulling you a message from Spirit. What does Spirit want Gemini to know for 2026? We have ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. It's a sign that you're being watched over. Again, tying back to the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. Very powerful message. Gemini, that is your 2026 yearly tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful 2026 here, Gemini. Beautiful, beautiful energies in your reading. And I will see you next time.